Hey guys, it's Christian with Artful Glow, and welcome to my channel where I talk about candle making, soap making, and my journey as a small business owner. Today I'm going to do another fragrance review, and this time I will review fragrances from the Midwest Fragrance Company. These 7 fragrances here with me today are from their Whimsical Nature Escape Collection, released on January 16th this year. And they are Morning Raindrops, Wildflower Whispers, Loveberry Crush, Laundry Day, Woodland Hideaway, Very Berry Bliss, and Sunkissed Paradise. Midwest Fragrance Company is definitely a candle supply company I hear a lot about. They don't seem to be as large as some of the other candle supply companies and focus more on fragrances than other candle supplies. They have a nice website that is easy to navigate and offer competitive pricing on their fragrance oils. Full disclosure that Midwest Fragrance Company is one that I am not as familiar with as, say, Candle Science, but I do currently use their espresso fragrance oil as a blend in our pumpkin spice latte fragrance, and I will tell you that their espresso fragrance is a very true and strong coffee fragrance in my opinion, but aside from that one, I have not tried many Midwest fragrances, so I'm excited to start doing so. Now, I'm not affiliated with or employed by Midwest Fragrance Company. I purchased these oils here today on my own, and this video is only my unbiased personal review of the oils here today. Now, everyone has their own opinion about fragrances, what they like, what they don't like, and so I will do my best to give you as much information about the fragrances as I can, along with my own opinion. If something sounds fantastic to you, but I don't like it, just keep in mind that that particular fragrance just might not be one I'm into. Now, before we get started, let me ask for a huge favor. If you like my videos, please like and subscribe to my channel. It really helps out my business, and it helps tell me what type of content you all like to watch. Thanks. So first up, we have Morning Raindrops. And let me say that I love how Midwest sells their sample-sized fragrances in these 2-ounce bottles. 2 ounces is enough fragrance, in my opinion, that if I like something, I have enough to really experiment with it. I also think it's a better size for people who might just make candles as a hobby or for fun, and not for business purpose. Alright, so Midwest Fragrance Company is describing Morning Raindrops as a fruity and floral fragrance that captures the essence of spring. The top notes are spring air, soothing lavender, greens, with middle notes of white jasmine, apple mint, and lemon zest, and base notes are white musk and soft amber. This one is phthalate-free, vanillin-free, and Prop 65 compliant. Please check the Midwest Fragrance Company's website for recommended usages. Alright, let me see how I feel about Morning Raindrops. So out of the bottle and on the strip, I'm getting a slightly less than average fragrance throw. This one is an ozonic fragrance with hints of fruit from the apple, and I really get the spring air and amber along with the apple mint. It's a very fresh fragrance, like an early spring type fragrance. Yeah, I like this fragrance. I think it would do very well in a soap, but I'm not sure about having it in one of my candles. So that was Morning Raindrops. Next we have Wildflower Whispers, which, with top notes of rosewood, wild iris, greens, middle notes of violet petals, cashmere, purple freesia, and base notes of white musk, sandalwood, and tonka, is going to be a floral fragrance. This one is phthalate-free, vanillin-free, and Prop 65 compliant. So let's test Wildflower Whispers. So this is not what I was expecting. Out of bottle and on the strip, the fragrance throw is not that strong. And I don't find it that floral, honestly. I get the rosewood at the top, and I get a bit of the violet and freesia, but more so than those, I detect the white musk and the tonka. So the top note is rosewood and not rose, which I think is a very important distinction here. And this is going to sound really strange, but it sort of has an interesting funk to it that's reminiscent of old paper for me. So it's giving that fragrance some age. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the Byredo fragrance Bibliotech, if you ever had the pleasure of smelling that. Yeah, I don't think of this as a floral fragrance, and I'm not sure that I associate it with spring, but I like this one, just not really sure I would call it floral. So that's Wildflower Whispers. And next up, we have Loveberry Crush. And with a name like that, I'm expecting a fruity berry-type fragrance, which berry fragrances are not my favorite, so full disclosure there. Midwest Fragrance lists the top notes as sparkling red raspberry, sweet pomegranate, and juicy red currant. Middle notes are peach blossom, red ruby rose, and white geranium. Base notes are creamy coconut, white tonka, and sandalwood. Loveberry Crush is phthalate-free, Prop 65 compliant, and does contain some vanillin if wax discoloration is a concern for you. Please check the Midwest Fragrance Company's website for usage recommendations, and I will provide you a link to their website as well. So let's try Loveberry Crush by Midwest Fragrance Company. So yes, this is a fruit fragrance. Out of the bottle, not super strong. The sparkling red raspberry top note is giving it some effervescence that lightens it, making it less sweet and more pleasurable. The coconut I'm not detecting as much, but I can tell you it's working to round it all out and give it a bit of an ozonic spring quality. And I'm pleasantly surprised by this one. And that's Loveberry Crush. All right, before I start with the next one, if you're enjoying this video, please remember to like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks, guys. Now we have Laundry Day. I have noticed a lot of laundry fragrances coming out the past couple years. This one has top notes of fresh air, cotton blossom, and sparkling citrus, with middle notes of cool eucalyptus, soft lavender, and jasmine petals, and base notes of white musk and sandalwood. Midwest says this one was inspired by the BBW White Barn scent, and it is phthalate-free, vanillin-free, and Prop 65 compliant. So now let's try Laundry Day. So strong throw out of the bottle and on the strip. And this is unmistakably the scent of laundry. The cotton blossom is very prevalent and the eucalyptus is there as well. And this is a very clean smell. I'm not familiar with the White Barn fragrance that they're referring to, but what it smells like for me is Gain laundry detergent. So if you're looking for a candle fragrance that smells like laundry, give this one a try. That's Laundry Day. All right, now we have Woodland Hideaway. Midwest describes this one as a captivating fragrance that takes you on a journey through the crisp, invigorating woodland air. Top notes are coriander, mountain air, greens, and bergamot. Middle notes are vetiver, iris root, and sandalwood. Base notes tonka, cedarwood, and ambergris. It is phthalate-free, vanillin-free, and Prop 65 compliant. Please check the Midwest Fragrance Company's website for usage recommendations. So let's give Woodland Hideaway a try. So it's not a strong throw out of the bottle or on the strip, but it's a very nice and more complex fragrance than I was expecting. It's not very woodland, it's more complicated than that. Sort of reminiscent of a mild masculine-leaning cologne. It's airy with a touch of wood. Yeah, the mountain air is coming through with the vetiver and a touch of the cedar and sandalwood. Yeah, the vetiver is giving it a damp forest floor quality. The ambergris, it's not very prominent, but it's giving it some musk. Yeah, wow, I really like this one. I appreciate the subtleness of it because when it is more on the subtle side, I find I want to keep exploring it more. Yeah, this is going to be one of my favorite ones for today. This is Woodland Hideaway. Next up, we have another berry fragrance. This one is Very Berry Bliss. Very Berry Bliss has top notes of squeezed orange, wild raspberry, and greens. Middle notes are crushed pink coconut, candied plums, blackberry musk, with base notes of soft amber, white plumeria, and cotton candy musk. This one is phthalate-free, Prop 65 compliant, and contains some vanillin if wax discoloration concerns you. And just a reminder about vanillin, or as is more commonly known, vanilla. There is no health issue with vanilla in candles. The only issue is that vanilla oxidizes when exposed to air, which will discolor a white wax, giving it a brown or yellowish hue. So when I mention that a candle has vanillin, I'm not pointing it out because it is a health hazard, but rather because it can discolor the wax. Check the Midwest Fragrance Company's website for usage recommendations for this fragrance oil. So now let me try Very Berry Bliss. It's a hard name to say. Yeah, so this one is more berry than Loveberry Crush. They are definitely both fruity berry scents, but this one more unapologetically so. The raspberry comes through strong here. There are some ozonic elements lifting it a bit, which I assume is the crushed pink coconut, but overall this is a very candy fragrance. I think this would work well in soaps or body products, more so than a candle, but yeah, this one is another good berry fragrance in my opinion. And like I said earlier, I'm not a huge fan of berry fragrances, so I really appreciate this. Next up, we have Sunkissed Paradise. From the name, I have no idea what to expect, but Midwest describes this as a sensorial escape to a sunlit haven where golden rays, exotic fruits, and blooming blossoms converge in a perfect harmony, so maybe it's an ozonic floral fragrance. The top notes are passion fruit, banana flower, and green musk, with middle notes of honeydew melon, orange blossom, white magnolia, and base notes of soft amber, vanilla, and sugar crystals. It does contain vanillin if wax discoloration concerns you. It is phthalate-free and Prop 65 compliant. Please refer to Midwest Fragrance Company's website for usage recommendations. Alright, so let's see what Sunkissed Paradise does for me. So out of the bottle and on the strip, fragrance throw is mild. I get that banana flower and melon straight away. There's a lot of unique fragrance notes that make this one interesting. My impression that this is a light, fruity, tropical floral fragrance, so it's a perfect fragrance for spring and summer. Yeah, I think this would be great in bath products and possibly a fun candle fragrance as well. So that is Sunkissed Paradise. Alright, well those were all the fragrances from the Midwest Fragrance Company's Whimsical Nature Escape Collection, and I must say that I was very impressed. So now it is time for me to rank my top 3 of these oils today, and those are number 1, Woodland Hideaway, number 2, Sunkissed Paradise, and number 3, Loveberry Crush. Morning Raindrops could be in my top 3 depending on my mood, but honestly, all of the fragrances here were pretty nice. If you found my review here today useful, please remember to like and subscribe to my channel, and let me know what you think in the comments below. Also, check out my website at artfulglowcandle.com and follow me at artfulglowcandle on Instagram and Facebook. Thank you all for joining me today, and until next time, bye!